Magician 84 of Team Sorcerers here, with a channel update. Yeah, we don't do these very much nowadays. Just wanted to inform you of some plans for the next time I meet up with Express Gaming and Gamer Central. The Raid Boss fun will continue next time I go over, including the Blue Eyes one, because there's another game we have to redo. As it was pointed out, well, you may have seen the last two parts of it, but they got removed. But when I used my Elemental Heroes against his Blue Eyes deck, there was another mistake that messed up the game state. See, because I summoned Shining Neos Wingman off Favourite Contact, it means that Blue Eyes Jet Dragon wouldn't have been able to bounce it back to the extra deck. And yeah, that would have changed everything. So I would have been safe from Jet, and I'm pretty sure Shining Neos Wingman would have had enough points to run over Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon, but if it didn't, then I would have added either Stratos or Honest Neos with Shadow Mist's effect, because yeah, that went down. I think Stratos would have been a safe bet, because Alternative Ultimate Dragon wouldn't have been able to attack that turn anyway, and there's no way Jet can get rid of Shining Neos Wingman while Wingman has the protection from Favourite Contact. So come the next turn, I would have, well, it depends on what I would have drawn as well, but I would have summoned Stratos and added an Honest Neos just in case Wingman was a few points short, and I could have got rid of Alternative Ultimate Dragon and done some big damage, and then who knows how the rest of that game would have gone. That was pretty much my fault. I just completely forgot about the protection effect of Favourite Contact, like in the heat of the moment, which I was just kicking myself over. It's like, how the hell did I forget about the protection effect? Like, I should know what my own cards do and how they work. But I guess these things happen sometimes, like when it's like the heat of the moment and you're in the process of making a big comeback, and then something happens which counters your comeback pretty much. It can cause a load of frustration and just loss of hope of winning the game, and then in that moment you just forget all the other options you have, and then, like I said, just lose all hope and just give up all hope of winning that game. I mean, these things can happen, but yeah, that's not going to happen next time, and I'm not going to, I will show no mercy, not after Rainbow Neos got cucked by Skill Drain and all the other BS that happened afterwards. But then again, though, what I did with Utopia in a later game was karma for the skill drain shenanigans. But ultimately, I think it still would be better if Dark Magician was left standing and put up a fight against Blue Eyes. But I might need to do a deck edit and try and add more protection from Harpy's Feather Duster if I can. And speaking of Dark Magician, there are plans to do a third Dark Magician raid boss game. It's funny because before the Blue Eyes raid boss was suggested, I didn't want to do any more raid boss games purely because regardless of who the raid boss is and who the challenger is, too many decks were being brought against me that did things that stopped me from being able to play, which is also one of the reasons why I don't play in tournaments anymore. But I think as long as those sorts of decks don't get used, then I think it'll be fine, and it still would be nice to win one with Dark Magician. As I've won one with Rainbow Neos, I've also won one with my Elemental Heroes, but Dark Magician is the only one of the Signature 3 that I've just not had much luck with. I mean, there were 2 others and they just didn't go so well. In the first one, I lost rather quickly. I mean, it only lasted 2 games, because in one of them, Crystal Wing just stopped me from being able to do anything. Especially since it was summoned through the Wind Witch engine. Yeah, it was really annoying and frustrating. And then in the other one, like I initially thought I lost because A, I got stuck behind Hope Harbinger, and B, I made a misplay, which if I didn't do, I would have been able to get rid of Hope Harbinger. But then, in an earlier duel, a mistake was made against me that messed up the game state. Floodgate Trap Hole was used on Dark Magician, which had already been summoned like a bit earlier, and none of us picked up on it. So, yeah, it was a triple game loss. I say triple because it was basically me against both Wyvern Watch and Express Gaming at the time. Because, yeah, those Dark Magician raid bosses were done as a 2v1 game. But, yeah, I would be willing to do another Dark Magician raid boss as long as decks don't get used that stop me from being able to play. Yeah, that's all that matters. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And also, as I said on the channel update on my channel, there's going to be a Crystal Beast versus Gate Guardian game. That should be cool, unless Gate Guardian of Wind and Water comes out and stops me from doing anything. Plus, I'd also like to have a couple of rematches with Gamer Central, Egyptian Gods against Heretics, and Blackluster Soldier against Level 5 Warrior. Now, even though it was kind of funny that I got messed up by Honest in the previous Egyptian God vs Heretic game, we didn't really see Heretics do what they do best. The only Heretic monster we saw was Geb, and I want to give Gamer Central a chance to yeah, actually use more of the Heretic monsters to do something, and then and as for BLS against level 5 warriors, well, I want to do that again because I only won because he bricked and didn't really get a chance to do anything. So yeah, we'll redo that, and hopefully level 5 warriors will do some stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we've got planned. I am thinking about starting a what if segment on here as well, regarding some Yu-Gi-Oh scenarios and even Robot Wars scenarios. Because on my channel, Gunga asked me a few what if Yu-Gi-Oh anime scenarios in my Q&A, so I'm thinking maybe I should make that a series, as well as Robot Wars, which was my other big interest before Yu-Gi-Oh. So I have a ton of ideas for that as well. I would do it on my personal channel, but I thought I'd do them for this channel because I would like to try and bump up our subscription number, because I swear we have been stuck on 353 or 354 for ages, and I'm trying to think of ways to bump those numbers up. I mean, I know it doesn't help that we've not been uploading as much as we used to, because we've been running our own channels and have things going on in our lives. But, you know, the channel is still here. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.